I connected MT5 to a completely free AI coding platform, and now you can fetch asset prices, get precise technical analysis, create indicators and EAs, and a whole lot more, all for free. I already built an MT5 MCP, basically a toolkit that plugs your MT5 terminal into AI platforms. I made a full tutorial for Claude Code, but here's the thing with Claude Code. If you want to use it, you need a subscription starting at $20 a month. Totally worth it if you are serious about AI assistance, trading, or building indicators and EAs. But if you just want to dip your toes in and try things out first, you're probably looking for something free. Unfortunately, Claude doesn't have a free tier for Claude Code, but there is a platform that does, and it even supports Claude models. That platform is Google Antigravity, and honestly, I don't think there is any other company out there offering this many free AI tools. From Notebook LM, where you can generate educational content from different online sources, to AI Studio, which is an all-in-one environment for building apps, websites, and other AI-powered projects, Google is fully committed to this space. Antigravity is one of their best tools, and it's designed for coding and agentic AI tasks. The big thing for us, it supports MCP. That means we can install our MT5 MCP directly into it, and once we do, Antigravity gets eyes inside your MT5 terminal. It can see your charts, your data, your environment, everything. If you've already watched my Claude Code MCP tutorial, the process here is almost identical. Just replace Claude Code with Antigravity, and honestly, it's even easier to get started. Here's what you do. First, go to the Google Antigravity website and install it just like any other application. Then sign in with your Google account. That's literally it for the base setup. Before anything else though, you also need Node.js installed. Just head over to nodejs.org, pick your operating system and download and install it. Once that's done, you're ready to use Antigravity. Now open Antigravity and give it the MBT GitHub repo link. By the way, all the links are in the description. And just ask it to install the MCP for you. Simple as that. One thing to think about here, if you want MBT to have access to everything across your system, just ask Antigravity to install it globally, or don't specify anything and it installs globally by default. But if you'd prefer to keep things organized, create a dedicated folder for your indicators, EAs, or AI trading projects. Open that specific folder in Antigravity first, then ask it to install the MCP there. Once it's installed, it needs to know where your MT5 is. Right-click your MT5 shortcode, choose Properties, and copy the target path. Paste that into Antigravity and it'll drop it into the right config file automatically. At this point, you're basically all set. One last thing, some of the MCP tools rely on Python. If you don't have Python installed, Antigravity will let you know. You can grab it from python.org or just ask Antigravity to handle that too. So now you have a free MT5 AI agent. You can ask it to design a strategy, backtest it on something like EURUSD, and hand you back a full report. If the strategy is a losing one, ask for optimization or refinement, and it will iterate on it. If you already have a strategy in mind and want to turn it into an indicator or EA, the AI writes the code, uses the MBT compile tool to compile it, and automatically catches and fixes any errors or bugs. You don't even need to tell it when something goes wrong. To put all of that to test, let's build something practical. We're gonna create an indicator that identifies precise support and resistance levels and draws them directly on the chart. Then we're gonna see what strategy works best with these levels. First thing that I asked Claude was to write me a prompt. I asked it to write a prompt for a simple support and resistance indicator. And this is what Claude came up with. We pasted the prompt here and Antigravity made the code. One thing that I should say is that Antigravity have several models. The Gemini Flash is the one that you can use credits the most, and Claude is the one that has the least credits. Of course, it used to have more credits, but I don't know, I haven't checked for a while, and now, as you can see, I used all my credits, and I have to wait 1 week or so to so that the credits be filled up again and I can use Antigravity. If you want more credits, you have to pay the Pro plan, which is I think $20 like Claude. But for now, and because we're talking about the free version, you can use the free version and have all these models. Anyway, I gave Antigravity the prompt, and as you can see, it has written the the indicator for me. And since we have MBT MCP on this folder, as you can see here, it is compiled it and placed it into the folder, and you can see the indicator here. This is the version 1. However, I didn't like the indicator. The lines and supports and resistances are not what we've expected or what I've expected. So I got a little bit carried away and used all my credits here, as you can see, and asked it for a better support and resistance indicator. And after using all the credits here, I went back to my Claude Code and created lots of versions here, and we got to the latest version, which is this version. Let me pull that up. This is the final version where we made a lot of improvement on it. The lines are now very better now, and these are the lines, these are the supports and resistances. If I want to go through this quickly and show you the parameters, you can see that we have several parameters here. The look back is the number of candles you can choose from the chart. For example, you can say I want to draw the support and resistance for the past 200 candles. We have lots of other parameters here that we have a document for that, and I'll cover that in a minute. But before that, one thing that is important about this indicator is that the ones that are stronger is drawn with thicker and bolder colors, and the ones that are not that much strong or weaker, they are thinner and a bit more transparent, like this one, like this support. For example, this resistance is the strongest one, and this is one of the improvements that we've done for this indicator, along with lots of things, so that now it draws better lines. Anyway, if you want to have this indicator, I put the link in the description below this video. You can have the both source code. Here you can copy and paste it onto your meta editor and compile it if you know what you are doing. But if you prefer to go straight to the indicator and don't compile it, you can download this zip file here and place it into your MT5, and no compile needed. So I'll put the link in the description. And one more thing, which is about the strategy that you can use, my favorite strategy, and I think one of the best strategies that you can use is a breakout strategy. For example, this line here, we had a line probably here when the price was at this point, and the line was broken. We have a pullback here. We can buy here at the pullback, or we can wait for a confirmation. For example, this candle, let me zoom in a little bit. For example, this candle, after seeing this candle, which is not a very good candle because it has shadows, but it's a pullback anyway, so we can buy at this candle and after this pullback. Or if you want to risk more, you can buy somewhere here after breaking this zone with this strong candle. And since these supports and resistances are selected and they are strong, you can rely on this signal, especially if you see a strong candle breaks the support or resistance, and this in this case a resistance, and you can place your stop loss below this zone. Or if you buy here at this candle, you can place your stop loss below this zone, and you can go for a 2x target. So in this case, buy order here and the stop loss is here, and you have 2x, which is hit in this case. Anyway, this breakout strategy is one of the strongest strategies that you can use with supports and resistances. You wait for a strong break and then a pullback, and you can enter after a confirmation like this, or if you want to risk more, you can enter here as well. Writing indicators and EAs is just one piece of what you can do once you've connected Antigravity or Claude Code to your MetaTrader. Since the AI can fetch live prices for any pair directly from your MT5, it can also analyze charts based on whatever strategy you throw at it. I'm gonna do a full dedicated video on that. But for now, let's do a quick test and see it in action. Since I'm out of Antigravity credits, I'm switching over to Claude Code. But the process is exactly the same either way. First, I asked the AI to generate a prompt for an ICT strategy. Now I want this prompt saved as an MD file, basically a persistent memory the AI can reference whenever I ask for an ICT-based analysis. If this is a strategy you're running every single day, you'd want to save it as a skill instead, and we'll get into that properly in a separate video, but for now the MD file does the job. So here's the full prompt. It's a comprehensive ICT multi-time frame strategy template with suggested entries, take profit, and stop losses. From this point on, you essentially have one of the most advanced ICT traders sitting right next to you. Now we ask the AI to analyze the Euro-USD chart based on this strategy, and we'll tell it to fetch real-time prices using the MBT MCP. It starts working through the analysis and comes back with this, a full multi-time frame breakdown, because it can see the actual open, high, low, and close of every candle. It can draw the chart and read the full picture of the market. That means its analysis is grounded in real price action and live market conditions, not just static parameters like a traditional indicator would use. That's what makes it generally useful, not just a single tool, but as a trading assistant or even an instructor that can walk you through your own strategy. And that's it. If you're serious about using AI in your trading or building strategies, indicators, and EAs on a regular basis, just go with the Claude Code subscription. It's worth it. But if you just want to experiment every now and then and don't need to run AI agents constantly, Antigravity's free tier gets the job done. So take advantage of it while it's free. See you in the next video.